Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Not Tales of Wind video. Today I am logged into Laplace in Vietnam, of course. I've done a video on this server once before, many months ago, but I'm here to do another video on this server. Now, the reason I'm doing a video on this is because Laplace in Vietnam will officially be shutting down February 21st, 2024. As of January 17th, they can no longer top up, they can no longer create new accounts, download the game, but the servers continue running. And then officially on February 21st, they will completely shut down the game, and no one will be able to log in anymore, and the game is done. So yeah, Laplace M Vietnam is shutting down, and as you can see, they're only level 109. As you guys know, in Tales of Wind, I think right now the max level is 123 for the max level servers, of course. So it's very sad that they got stuck, like basically stuck in time, especially if you spend time watching like how other servers progress, like kind of like how Tales of Wind watches Japan, and we feel like, oh wow, I wish we had this that they got or something like that, of course. But some of the servers, like I'm not sure how many Laplace M servers followed, um, or what route they followed, I guess you could say, because like Tales of Wind, you could say follows the Japan route, where the updates and cards and stuff that they get, Tales of Wind gets like the exact same things, really, usually to a lesser degree, slightly, but we usually are in the same route, direction, card direction, etc. as the Japanese version, Ash Tales. However, the Vietnamese version is a very different route, obviously, as you guys can see. They have Shining Anubis. This is rank 2 shiny card. We never got rank 2 shiny cards. We never got rank 1 shiny cards. Shining Patra is similar to like our Ayla and stuff like that. So they just have different cards all around. They have Shining Fardis here, and then like even some cards that we have the same of are different. Like this would be Shining Jasper for us, for Tales of Wind players, but this is Shining Jade for them, which is a Talisman card with Ignore Defense. So it's just things like that. Like Memory Princess is a shiny in this for game. Ida is Damage to Boss. They have another Damage to Boss card that Tales of Wind doesn't have, Amber. And then you could look at even like popular cards in Tales of Wind that people usually go for, like Shadow Knight. In this game would be um, boss damage reduction and block and defense. So it's a very different game overall, with a completely different route that Tales of Wind did not follow. This game didn't follow Tales of Wind. Like you could think of it like a tree branch, like a tree growing up, and then everything just branches off. So the base game is the same, but everything branches off. Our branch went right, their branch went left. Let's say it like that. So the game is very different here. They have a different mech system, their mech is only ranked 7, that's their max level. The dragon is also ranked 7 max. So it's two very different things. Two very different games, like everything wise, I guess. When you go to their mounts, they don't have mount courtyards, they don't have red outfits and things like that. So there's really just a lot of things in Laplace in Vietnam that Tales of Wind. Okay, hold on. There are a lot of things that Tales of Wind has that Laplace in Vietnam does not. And then you can even look at the holy form. So like when I use a skill, there's no gold aura around me because there's no holy form here, and things like that. I don't even know if they got the second page of the Stigma Awaken actually. Yeah, they did not get the new Stigma pages as well. So there's just so many things that they just didn't get, which is very unfortunate for them. But one thing that I have noticed is in the Tales of Wind Discord, if you look at like the joined members, I've seen a couple of Vietnamese names join in, so I'm assuming that some of them might end up moving to Tales of Wind, of course. Which, if you really enjoy a game, like the base of the game, let's say you just enjoy the style of game, it wouldn't be, to me, uncommon for people to move servers, because like a lot of people in Tales of Wind have considered moving to Laplace M, like way back in the early days. It was like Laplace M looks like a better game, blah 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 blah. But nowadays, I think Tales of Wind is actually one of the better versions of the game. I think Japan is the best right now, though, in my opinion. But I think Tales of Wind is one of the better versions of the game. So yeah, people will probably. So the people who play in the Vietnamese server are either probably going to move servers or quit the game entirely. So yeah, but the thing about moving servers, you have to restart from scratch. The cards are different, as I showed you guys again. Just so many different things that you'd have to learn about from scratch, and I feel like that can be pretty overwhelming. but also at the same time, in my opinion, a little bit more fun. I enjoy learning about new things and how different things work. But being stuck at level 109, you just miss out on so many different things. I don't even think they got rank 7 rainbow stones yet. So yeah, there's a lot of things that they just didn't get, which is very, very unfortunate. The rank 1 in the server is 5.25 mil, which honestly, potentially like an alt running free to play can reach that BR in Tales, above that BR in Tales of Wind, because it's just level 109 versus 123. It's just so different. This account is a top 10 account, top 10 DPS account. I can show the stats here. Obviously, keep in mind that the stats will not look the same as Tales of Wind accounts because the games, the cards, there's so many things that are very different. So you have to take that with you. So when you're looking at these stats, keep that in mind, of course. But yeah, 17, 14 tenacity, so 1.7k. I mean coercion. My bad. So I think that's pretty decent coercion, honestly, in my opinion. I think that's pretty solid. Uh, Crit damage, ignore defense, and then defensive stats, which I don't really care much about personally. 30% attack, in my opinion, is honestly a lot because I have way less than 30% attack, so that's kind of well. Damage to boss, 97.5, which I think is really good, but I'm not sure how this game standards would be. 101% debuff is pretty decent, honestly, for level 109, in my opinion, pretty decent. High HP is definitely needs some work, and then I think XQ damage could be decent. Not 100% sure, but I think it could be decent. Bonus damage to warm-ups. Their mount stats are completely different than ours because of the different mech system, which I can show you guys. I think I showed this in my last video, but I'll show it again. The mech system is just completely different. They can get attack to bosses and damage X from their mechs. Very interesting. Damage X, warm damage bonus, attack. With the P attack and the M attack have different value. That's very weird in my opinion. Bonus damage to transform targets. Wow. Warm damage boost, ignore mounted resistance. They also have set effects. Damage X, mounted damage reduction. Okay. So yeah. But I think that's all I really have to show. But of course, if you guys have any questions that I could potentially answer, I might answer in the comment section below. But I actually don't think that Tales of Wind will be shutting down. I know people might be worried about, oh my gosh, if one of the servers shutting down, what about Tales of Wind? I don't think that Tales of Wind will be shutting down really, for at least for an bare minimum for another year. Because the way that Tales of Wind works, it follows the Japan route, and Japan has new Glory Front, new title, new Shining Headwear, I think, new Zode 20. There's, I think there's a new Judgment 6 floor coming or something like that. So there's a lot of content that Tales of Wind can get. So I don't think Tales of Wind is in any trouble shutting down currently. There are also still people whaling in Tales of Wind. I assume that when you're stuck at level 109, you kind of run out of things to whale to an extent. Like you just run out of things to whale. Like this has 3.9 billion stars, I think. I think that's billion. But so like you kind of run out of things to whale, and when you start maxing everything over time, so it's like being stuck in time. You're just gonna eventually stop whaling. So it's really hard to say what exactly is the definitive cause of the shutting down. But yeah, Laplace and Vietnam is shutting down. However, I do not think, for those of you who are Tales of Wind players watching this, which most of you probably are, I do not think Tales of Wind will be shutting down at least for another year. Give it 2 years, I would say. So I still enjoy the game personally as of right now. So I will continue playing. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. But Laplace and Vietnam will be shutting down on the 21st of February. So for those players, I feel sorry for them for how much time, money, and other things they invested into the game just for it to be shut down when there's feeling like so much more could come to your game when you look at like Tales of Wind or Ash Tales or the Chinese versions, of course. So that's very unfortunate, but things happen, and there's different publishers and things like that. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.